Good morning, girls. Hope you are fine and doing well, staying home and staying safe. I am Najia Almas, Assistant Professor from Department of English. I am here to continue with our yesterday's lesson, Effective Word Choice. Alright, we learned that we need to go with an effective word choice in order to make our communication clear. We learned yesterday that we have to avoid cliches in our writing, and we are going to talk about slangs. You can see slangs. What is a slang? Slang is an expression that we use in our daily talk, and we use them because they are very colorful, very vivid and colorful. But slang is usually out of place in formal writing. You should understand that there is a difference between a spoken language and a written expression. So these slangs, they have a number of drawbacks. All right, they go out of the date very quickly, and they become tiresome if they are excessively used in writing, and they do not communicate clearly to some readers that what the writer wants to say. All right, to some readers, of course, they communicate clearly, but to some they do not. All right, and many times it happens that the slang can be an evasion of the specific detail, all right, that are often needed to make one's meaning clear in writing. Okay, so for example, I'm going to write an example for you. Okay, we have an example here. The movie really grossed me out. Grossed me, this is a slang in this sentence. Grossed me. And this is something, this expression tells that this movie was not liked by the writer, and he or she was not happy with this. All right, but we do not know that what actually about the movie was which was disliked by the writer. I mean, for example, was it the acting or the special effects, or it was something related to violent scenes that the writer found very disturbing and disgusting? So in general, I have to tell you here that you should try to avoid slang in your writing. All right, so try to avoid cliches as well as slangs in your writing. Now we are going to discuss about the pretentious words. So girls, what are actually pretentious words? Pretentious words are fancy and elevated words which some of the people think that if they are going to use them, instead of using simple and natural words, they would make their writing beautiful and embellished. And it is not the case actually. If they are using such kind of fancy and elevated words, they would make their writing artificial. All right, and it would result into into vague meanings, obscure meanings, rather than making their communication clearly and vividly understandable. All right, so I'm going to give you some of the examples. So girls, here I have two examples. The first one is, we relished the delicious dinner. Relished, this is a good example of pretentious word, and we can simply go with, we enjoyed the delicious meal, simply. And in the next one, the second one, it is a bit more complicated and it has two pretentious words here. It was a splendid opportunity to get some slumber. A splendid opportunity and slumber. So we can simply say that it was a good chance to get some sleep. So this is how your communication is far better and more understandable. So it is better to avoid pretentious words rather than making a habit of using them. Here, girls, I have an example of using the pretentious words in the sentence. All right. The officer apprehended the intoxicated operator of the vehicle. You have to locate the pretentious words and then you have to rewrite this sentence to communicate betterly. Now we have a sentence where the writer has used the slang language. When we told the neighbors to can the noise, they freaked out. Again, you have to locate the slangs in this sentence and then you have to correct your communication by rewriting it. So this is your activity for today. This is all for today. Now you know that how to go for the effective word choice, and I hope that you are going to use this in your communication, written and spoken one, all right, later in future. Okay girls, all the best. Have good time, good day. Allah Hafiz.